Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Very Mellow Man here, and I'm welcoming you all back to our Let's Play of, well, Dark Souls Remastered. So where have I been these last few days? I'm not gonna lie. I spent the last few days just kind of sitting around doing nothing, waiting while someone would kindly drop me a Moonlight Greatsword to use for this, intelligence scaling playthrough, but you know, all good things, and it turns out that the process of trying to wait for a trade was absolutely not worth it. Like, I asked around in GameFAQs and it was just not worth the wait. Really not worth the wait. It's passed up a couple of times. It just... So because of that, it just wasn't, it just got my nerves. And the only other option I had to look for the Moonlight Greatsword was joining Reddit, but Reddit is not a website I would ever consider joining, because I have no use for it at all. Like, seriously. I'd only ever joined Reddit to use it once, ever. So making an account is literally a waste of time. So I decided to just get over myself and just continue to play through as is without using the, without having access to one of the best int weapons I can think of. Or at least one of the only fun int weapons to use. It's not particularly worth my while. Now, what we're doing here is going to work our way back down to the catacombs, because what I want to do is eventually get, well, 2 miracles and another trophy covenant. Now, as you were able to take note of, we were able to actually walk down to this part of the, in case you forgot, we're able to walk down to the catacombs from the Firelink Shrine as soon as the game starts. Oh my god, we got the Murakumo. That's like super lucky. As you can see here, the Murakumo has E strength scaling and B dexterity scaling, but for some absurd reason requires 28 strength to one hand, while you only need 13 dexterity in order to two-hand it. A giant curved sword forged using special methods in an eastern land. This unparalleled weapon cuts like a katana, but is heavier than a nata machete. Requires extreme strength, dexterity, and stamina to wield. It's really not worth it, though. Like, if you're going for a quality build, I can see why you'd bother, but... Speaking of quality builds, the Zweihander is also down here, and it's actually one of the best quality build weapons in the game. C strength scaling, D dexterity scaling, that becomes C's dexterity scaling when you level up. Going for a quality build, this is an absolute beauty of a weapon to use. As the name suggests, this Zweihander is held with 2 hands, but its wielder must still be inhumanly strong. It is this great weight that sends foes flying when hit solidarity. And the point of that is that the best thing about the Zweihander is that the two-handed R2 is an overhead that will flatten basically anything you hit it with. So it's super valuable for, just crowd control and great damage. It's a great weapon. In addition to its regular greatsword moveset. Now, that being said... If you're curious about what's going on with these skeletons and what weapon I'm using, it's actually the Iaito, not the Ushikatana. However, unlike the Iaito, I like the Ushikatana, which is our normal and best weapons for just being a regular plus 15 weapon. The Iaito, I decided to ascend into a divine weapon. Now, if you recall, divine weapons are basically what you need in order to permanently kill skeletons down here, because otherwise the skeletons will endlessly revive while they're in the presence of a necromancer. Endlessly revive. Let's just pop this bonfire. Let's rest here so that we have a checkpoint in case we end up dying like idiots. That being said, I think we killed the necromancer down here before, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. We really shouldn't have too much trouble. Ah. You know what? I think we'll switch out Bellwing for the Wolf Ring to get us some poise right now. Because these things will interrupt our attacks with their attacks. Yeah, see there, poise? We just poise tanked through its attack. As a result, we weren't able to have our attack interrupted. That's really useful. That's something you have to really keep in mind when you do this. Something you really have to keep in mind. It's actually why poise is one of the... Why poise is basically one of the best things about Dark Souls 1. Some might even say poise is overpowered. Because if you wear a certain amounts of heavy armor, then your poise goes up tremendously and you will rare... Huh. So something just followed us down here, apparently, because I didn't recall being attacked. But yeah, considering how early in the game you can go down here, this place is actually pretty harrowing, especially due to the reviving skeletons gimmick. But again, a divine weapon will take care of them. And our reward for coming down here is the Lucerne. We're just getting weapons today. We can two-hand the Lucerne, since we have the dexterity for it. A halberd with a large, hard beak, like protrusion, inflicts thrust damage instead of thrusting like a spear. Oh, but instead of thrusting like a spear, the wielder of the Lucerne aims to club the head with its hard beak. What that basically means is, what you're doing is attacking like this. That sharp edge in the middle, that sharp blade-like protrusion, is what you're attacking people with. Just over and over again. Now, I actually have no idea how good the Lucerne actually is as a weapon. I genuinely don't remember. But I do know some people like it. I'm not going to take that away from them. It does look like a fun weapon, though. Man, I'm super happy with how much health I've got right now. Like, my health bar is huge. That thing's down here, and this is a dead end. There's nothing else here. So... Look at that. You can tank arrow attacks. They just don't matter. We already hit the bridge part here, though. Not sure what down here is supposed to lead. Oh, no, this is back where we started. Okay. Man, yeah. Like, if there's anything playing this game again has given me the joy of. It's just rediscovering everything. Like, I tell you, in the original version of the game, I actually didn't particularly care for the Tomb of the Giants, for the catacombs too much. So it got to the point where I mean, it genuinely got to the point where I was, You die now. Ouch. So I got to the point where I would just skip all the way down to Pinwheel and just never bother re-exploring the entirety of the tomb. I had no idea you could push and pull these levers. Well, actually, I forgot you could push and pull these levers. It makes way more sense to me now, knowing that you could just push and pull them, than before, when I had no idea why you could or couldn't. Now, luckily, we already killed the Pinwheel, so we don't have to worry about being invaded. Not that I have anything against invasions, but I'm really not in the mood for it right now. You see how incredible poise is? Like, even just the wolf ring gives you so much poise that you can just avoid stuff like that. Let's see, there's something down here, I guess, so I forgot. Alright. Yeah, no, just playing this game was really what I needed to feel better. I got a scimitar, that's cool. Just really what I needed after... God, you know what? When you really get into the groove, Dark Souls and Demon Souls by extension is a really relaxing game. The slow, methodical approach to everything means you can just rest while you're playing. It's actually pretty neat. So the Tomb of the Giants is basically... It's basically where Nito is. Poise doesn't stop you from taking damage. It gives you the ability to keep attacking while you're taking damage. A very important distinction. Let's do this. Now up there is a dexterity build weapon. Down here is actually where we can go back to Vamos, but we're not going to do that yet. See here. All right. Oh. There are 2 crystal lizards. I think the save and reload trick still works here, so I can get the other crystal lizard to respawn. I mean, I think... Yeah. Yeah, alright, thank you there. Okay. God. Those booby traps don't do anyone any favors. But you know what? It's like... It really is like exploring an ancient possessed pyramid, like you would in freaking any Indiana Jones movie. Especially considering the lore significance of it. All right. So we're back out here. Those things are back. Down there. Honest to God, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going for this next part. There's a certain place I want to get to, but... Is it down here? Oh, looks like. Yeah, that part. Really want to make sure I get down there. Before I do that, though. So if you get far enough down here, you find the hidden bonfire. Really nice. However, we're not going to use it, because that was just reset our progress. Poise really helps these traps. God damn, they do. Let's see. Oh, looks like he's not down here. Okay. That gets us over there. Through a fog gate. Which is actually really suspicious, but... yeah. Oh, so we can always go down through here. That's super interesting. This, like... man, Dark Souls, your level design is top keck. It's top keck. So now with both bridges closed, you can actually access the shortcut, I think. No. You can access the secondary shortcut, which takes you to the Gravelord, takes you what you need to get to the Gravelords. Sometimes you swing like a madman when you don't lock on anything. Oh, Jesus Christ, okay. Oh, yeah, no, we're getting super close to where I need to go, but for the most part. Headshots like that will deal massive damage to you, so... and unfortunately, that will only take us to nowhere. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot to put back on the grass crest shield, because the whole point of going two-handed is to give us the stamina regeneration we need to keep swinging. Oh, we won't... oh, sorry. If these guys die to anything except the divine weapon, while there's a necromancer, even if you damage them with a divine weapon beforehand, you need to kill them with a divine weapon. It doesn't count if you are just like the one who hit them enough times but didn't do the finishing blow. Now this is where we need to go in order to enter the Gravelord Covenant. Down this hallway. Through this guy. Now, this is just Soul Spear. As you can see, it has a lot of health. It has a lot of health this part of the game, so you're really gonna have to work cut out for you if you don't have either a powerful weapon with great damaging stats or, you know, spells. 3 Eyes of Death. Alright. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Alright. Okay. So we're not going to go down there yet. I just want to note for the record that the amount of Eyes of Death we now have is about 5. So that's a thing. That's definitely something you need to take into account. We will come back here when I have enough Eyes of Death. That's the important part. But right now, I just want to... After this place, though, it's pretty much just you have to drop to the ground in order to get anywhere. So don't expect too much progress from that point forward. Yo, plunging attack. That was a triple plunging attack. Let's see. Here. Woo! Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, that guy will jump you from the ceiling and cause you a buttload of pain. But thinking over here is necessary because, yeah, Dark Moon Seance Ring. This ring is interesting, its location. Grants additional attunement slots. This ring granted to the adherents of Gwendolyn, Dark Moon Deity, and Lastborn of Gwyn, Glorious Sunlight, grants additional magic attunement slots. So if you were to wear it, you get 1 additional attunement slot. The Dark Sun Gwendolyn is the only remaining deity in Orlando. His followers are few, but their tasks are of vital importance. Now, I want you to pay good attention to those last sentences. Gwendolyn is the only remaining deity in Orlando. But we've never met Gwendolyn up to this point. No, we've only met Guinevere, right? The leader of the Princess's Guard Covenant. So why is this ring telling us that Gwendolyn is the only deity left in Orlando? The game's giving you a hint to a major plot twist. It is a massive plot twist, let me tell you that. Alright. So that is yet another... Oh, Yeah, that's yet another, Necromancer. In fact, I'm pretty sure we've killed the last one. They're pretty well hidden throughout the game, I can say that much. I think there's also a miracle down here that we have to get for the miracle, for the trophy at the very least. I just can't remember where it is. Was it good? But yeah, Tomb of the Giants holds a couple of miracles for you to get. That's why exploring this place actually can be pretty fun if you're really up for it. Goodies around the corner, just rewarding exploration like that. It's very much like the whole Metroidvania genre that this game is often talked about as being a part of. I completely missed this ladder. Do you see that? Alright. There we go. Tranquil Walk of Peace miracle. What does Tranquil Walk of Peace do? So that was super convenient, but you can see my meme just there. Explore, you are rewarded. Yeah. Outland Miracle, foreign to the way of white. Slows all walking within effect area. This miracle is normally used to flee, as it slows walking, but does not affect attacks, but nevertheless defines peace perfectly. Basically, remember last episode when I told you about, Bonfire Head. Don't believe this message. This is a falsie. There's nothing behind this door. Alright. Okay. So, actually, you know what? Bonfire. I'm just kind of dicking around right now because I don't really know what other direction I actually want to go in. That thing's still down there, but let's see. You head over here, and you realize the only place left to go is down. So we're just gonna homeward bone. Warp to the new Catacombs bonfire. I gotta tell you, the decision to add a bonfire right next to this blacksmith, considering how much effort you have to go through in order to get down here. Just pure genius. Really love it.
Hmm? Why, you have an ember, do you? Ah, forget about it. I don't deal with that kind. What has gone wrong with embers these days?
So, this guy doesn't take your crystal ember either, in case you were missing the point of his conversation.
I'm here to smear, not to chit-chat.
Okay, let's talk to you again, though.
I've told you, I'm here for the trade, not for the talk.
Vamos here is not very, friendly.
It disturbs me. Well, you are a persistent one, are you?
Hey, you're rewarded with something.
I'm a mere blacksmith. It's just me and my trade. I would be of no help to a righteous warrior such as yourself.
Well, you can help me by pumping up my equipment.
I've told you I have nothing to discuss. If I have anything to offer, it's my smithing and nothing more. I'd be of more help with that ember from New Londo, of course. It's a shame the whole place was flooded.
Wow! That's weird. Like, he's directly referencing the fact that, the very large ember exists in New Londo. But the simple fact is, he can't use that ember either, so the game's just kind of misleading there.
I've told you, speaking honestly, I must say that I'm at my very limit. There's no more work to be done. Unless I have the flame of that legendary witch. But that would require a visit to Lost Isolith. Impossible.
Now that's better. He can actually use, basically, this is the blacksmith you go to if you want to ascend your fire and your chaos weapons. And for that, you need to give him 2 specific embers that further increase how much fire and chaos damage your weapons can be given.
I've told you, if I have any... Speaking honestly, but that...
So, that's the thing. Yeah, might as well just repair my gear while I'm down here. Alright, purchase item. You can get Homeward Bone from him, which is convenient because you might just have to use it in order to get out of the catacombs without the lore vessel. Safe and sound. You also buy Titanite Shard. Right, this emblem right here is for the fire. You can only send fire weapons right now. Or you can only send certain weapons that are plus 10 to her. It's 5. Undo Ascension. Yeah, we need green Titanite Shards to do fire Ascension.
If that'll be all, then be gone with it. You'll spoil my focus.
We'll come back when we have more green Titanite, but for now, let's just get down here. Oh. Having no poise against these guys is basically asking for death. Like, no kidding. You're basically just asking for someone to kill you. And luckily, these bone skeletons, which are harder to deal with than the regular skeletons for obvious reasons, are not capable of being revived by a, are not capable of being revived by any nearby, necromancers. Because none of them will survive the trip down here. That's weird. Or maybe not. Skull Lantern. Thought about the Skull Lantern later. I think, if I'm right, we'll run into a very special enemy up here. Not that special. Ah, the Black Knight. There we go. Weird. The Black Knight's supposed to be here. I guess we, I guess the Black Knight was trying to get us and it died? That's strange. Whoa, oh my god. Okay. Just run. Run. You can one-handed R1 these guys to death. Jesus. Full stealth mode might have been for the... Full stealth mode might make mincemeat of the skeletons down here, honestly, but... Alright. But, alright. Since we're down here anyway, let me talk about... the Skull Lantern. A Skull Lantern is dropped from a Catacomb Necromancer. I think each Catacomb Necromancer has a chance to drop a lantern, but if you kill every Necromancer in the Catacombs, the last one you kill will always drop a Skull Lantern. This lantern alights the Tomb of Giants. Nito's Light, Devouring Domain of the Death. Also serves as fire damage to strike weapon. So, basically, the skull lanterns that those necromancers were firing their fire pyromancy from also serve as, well, a lantern. Use this, and you'll be able to see your path. Like going from up here to down here. And you can use this to get all the way back to the bottom. If you want to, this path is the only way to get out from the Pinwheel boss fight area to wherever else you drop down from. It's the only way to backtrack. These are prism stones that the game automatically places downward in order to light your way. Since right now, I need to be able to attack while seeing, I'm gonna go back and make sure that my Logan's Cow is in my good hand. And don't worry, there are no necromancers down in the Tomb of Giants proper. There wouldn't be, because we killed all of them. Now, there is something you can get. Ooh, that looks super risky. In fact, I don't even remember that formation being down there. Yeah, let's just get that item down here. Another Lars Wolf of Proud Knight, thank you. Yeah. Just want to make sure that no one gets hurt or attacked. Gonna add one more ramp. And we land right in front of this guy. Now, before you go any further, what you really want to do is head down this ladder. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. You lit the bonfire. Alright, so use item. One more humanity. Yep, this is a checkpoint bonfire. If you're down here, what you really want to do is make sure that you have 20 Estus flasks. Okay. Look at all the people around us. No summon signs for miles, but that doesn't matter. Alright then. So, yeah, basically, the Skull Lantern is a cast light sorcery that you have to sacrifice your shield slot for. I'm not particularly keen on it for obvious reasons. It's just really, like, it's super costly and it will really eat up. It's just eat up so much of your defense, impossibility to defend yourself.
Good day. You look reasonably sane. What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
So what you want to do here is say yes.
Yes, I guessed as much. Well, here's a tip. There's a stash of treasure right down that hole. I found it first, but well, you're the cleric, right? I owe you for all that, praying and whatnot. I'll give you first pick. Well, go on. Have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
So, in case you guys forgot him from our Bloodborne playthrough, yeah, this is the same patches that from that game, so you should be familiar with his deal. We're just gonna walk blindly into a trap.
You've got what you deserve! You damn clerics! You're worse than maggots! You must be loaded! I'll strip your corpse clean!
So, now if you pay attention to her surroundings, you can hear dog panting. Large Soul of a Proud Knight, Large Soul of a Proud Knight, and Skull Lantern. Another Skull Lantern in case you hadn't gotten one from the catacombs. I'm not going up yet. That's the way back up, but... Ah, there you are. Yeah, remember her? Maiden Rhea. This is the, This is actually technically a start for side quest.
You're no hollow, are you? Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are two fierce hollows not far from here. They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed so? Heavens, is there nothing at all to be done?
So there are two brave followers, or actually these punks over here. That are really nothing in the face of our powerful sorcery. So we found two souls of proud knights near that skull lantern, meaning that Petrus actually killed a couple of cleric knights from the Way of White Covenant who were just adventuring down here. That's terrible.
You banished those two hollows, did you? It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much. Here, these belonged to them. You deserve them more than I.
And for killing her, you get the replenishment miracle. I mean, killing them and doing this part of side quest, you get the replenishment miracle.
That both Vince and Nico are grateful to you. Thank you so very much.
After you talk to her, then she'll make her way out of the catacombs on her own. So, who's her own, and we will join her out of the catacombs as soon as we get back to the bonfire. Yeah. These things will jump out of you as an ambush when you grab that white Titan chunk. In fact, they're gonna show up again when we go off this ramp. I'm pretty sure the direction we're supposed to be going in for this isn't the same direction where we find Rhea. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the same direction. Or at least it's not supposed to be. There we go. Yeah, Petrus kicked Rhea and his and her gang squad, for lack of a better term, down here, just like they did those other two unfortunate souls. think can farm these Jesus Christ, what are they called again? First coffin. We need to do on the left side and jump down. What are they called? Giant. Oh, bone towers. They're called bone towers. So you see here, we're getting we can hear the bonfire again, so we're back there. So, in case you were wondering, yeah, the Tomb of the Giants area is another. Yeah, that can pretty much trick you into telling you there's no way out. Let's off this schmuck.
Blimey. How did you...
I'm unkillable, buddy.
To survive that, no matter. I'll settle this once and for all, you lousy...
Oh. Oh. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, crap. I genuinely forgot that he attacks you. Oh, crap.
The righteous prevail that day. Don't blame me, mate.
I forgot. Fascist is... Well, we'll deal with Fascist when we get back. We will deal with him when we get back. Why don't we check on Rhea? Hey, Petrus.
Ah. Oh, you. Have you seen milady? Oh, blast, where might she...
Now, if we go up from here... Ah, there she is. Yeah, she's pretty much well and dandy.
Hello. I will never forget what you did. I am deeply indebted, for it was not within my power to save Vince or Nico. I cannot thank you enough. In case you have not heard, I am Rhea of Thoroland. I only wish there was some way I could help you. But I am inexperienced, and I only know the art of miracles. If that could be of any help, speak to me again.
And she becomes your expert miracle merchant.
Could a miracle be of any help to you? I would be May we discuss?
Yeah, sorry about that, but... Also, you can use her to re-enter the Way of White Covenant. Let's get her prayer gesture. Oh my god. We're not gonna get Petrus's, we're not gonna get Patch's gesture because I messed up his, side quest. I wasn't supposed to pick yes. I completely forgot about that. Now, what we really want from her is Great Heal, Wrath of the Gods, and Magic Barrier. Every other miracle she sells, we already have one of. So for the trophy, we just need to,
Then be safe. Farewell, Verianox.
for every other part of her trophy, the miracle trophy, we already have that taken care of. So, if you did choose the option where you didn't tell Petrus that you were a cleric, if you didn't tell him you were a cleric, what's supposed to happen is that Petrus will still kick you down that hole, but when you come back out to him, he'll actually ask for your forgiveness because he still thinks you aren't a cleric, which you aren't unless you just wanted to roleplay as one. Now, for that, So it happens that Patches will ask for forgiveness, and if you say no to him a couple of times, I mean, if you say yes, you will forgive him, he will not only give you twin humanity. Oh wait, if you say no, he'll give you a twin humanity. If you say no to forgiving him, he'll give you a twin humanity. But if you say yes, forgiving him, he'll actually lead you to a hidden bonfire by using prism stones. So that's really nice. I'm not sure if the bonfire he's going to lead us to is the one we're already at, though, but it's very nice of him to do that. And beyond that, after you spare him, and after you kill Gravelord Nito, let's see.
Oh, I'm sometime.
You have nothing else to offer us. So we're just gonna get rid of you because you're bad for Rhea.
Oh, it can't
To humanity. So here's the gist of that guy. Petrus of Thorland is a massive scumbag. What's gonna happen with him is that when you leave Rhea alone for enough time, when you either transition to two completely new areas after you rescue her from her instead of the Firelink, or after you kill two bosses in a row, Petrus will walk up the shortcut, and he will murder Rhea of Thorland. After that, you'll find Rhea's belongings where she be praying. Just her belongings, not her. Another thing you find is humanity, and that's about it. But after she's dead, and after you kill this fat sack of crap, you'll actually end up finding Rhea's unique catalyst for casting miracles on his corpse, which proves beyond the shadow of a doubt that he had to have been the one to kill her in order to take that type of prize for himself. And that's basically how his quest line is technically supposed to go. You basically have to kill him in order to save Rhea, and you need to save Rhea if you want access to Rhea's miracles. Oh man, the draw distance is really nice. I can actually see them at the door. Let's see.
Greeting.
Guess absolution. Ooh, that's a lot of money.
No one welcome.
Alright. Let me see here. Oh, nice to see you, Wyatt. Large level proud knight. Use item. Let's use 5 of these. 15,000. So if I used all my souls for a great hero, I don't want to use all my souls for hero. Then again, I'm pretty sure I'll never find any more. Now, the soul of a great hero actually gives you 20,000 souls, but I don't want to do that. Okay, you need about 4,000 more of those. That should be enough. That should keep Petrus from being hostile.
Hast thou acquaintance with Petrus of the Thunder? I wonder, you too, as likely found. For is he not too drenched in sin?
So that right there is that right telling you what Petrus actually is as a person. And I think you'll get that dialogue with him if you currently are drenched in sin. But yeah, That's fine.
Thou committeth there is no.
So thank you for that, Preacher Man. Now, I'm actually went up there to see if I can de-aggro Patches by doing that. Just to de-aggro him. Kindle. Reverse Howling. I don't want to have to kill Patches, because I do want to unlock him as a merchant. But if I have to kill him, I will kill him. I didn't want to do that to you, man. I want your gesture. For humanity, the Crescent Axe. That's pretty much all there is to say about him. Yeah. That thing is right there, and it will mess you up. Those are skeleton beasts, if I recall. Yeah, skeleton beasts. They are an absolute pain. So I'm actually going to do a bit of running here. To get that. I'm going to drop down here. Oh, hey. Look at that. That Black Knight that was coolly trying to chase us fell to his death. Thanks, Wyatt. Oh my god. Well, okay. I don't mind missing out on those souls. Even though I'm pretty... Wow. Did Patches really give me all those souls? God. But I need to be human for this part because I want to be invaded by someone. Well, hopefully we can still get this guy to invade us. He's an NPC phantom. Let's see. Alright. Thanks for liking, Wyatt. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Okay. Man, I... Whoop. Okay. Yeah. down here we need to drop. Now I remember. Yeah, this is where we actually need to do. Alright. Now, let me see here. Down here is a crystal lizard. Let's just kill that quick. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. There we go. Okay. Leroy, where are you? Yeah! That was a one-shot. Mmm. Delicious. Grant and Sanctus. Okay. Oh, crap. You know what? I can't actually go down here yet. Let's see here. I can't go down here to the boss yet because I need to join his covenant first. Let's see. There's only one place to go in order to quickly farm Eyes of Death. I mean, only one place at all. Yep, we're going back down to Blighttown. But not necessarily to Blighttown. There's another area we can access only through Blighttown. Shit. Okay. So, down here as usual. But, no. You know, New Londo is such a really tragic area. I had to have mentioned that by now. But, honestly, even then, I'm glad Igward is out of New Londo. I can count the number of times, on one hand, how many times I've ever cared to try and get him out of New Londo after killing the Four Kings. So, I'm really glad I got to show myself doing that here, even though it's kind of ancillary. Now we can one-shot the R1. It's great. Just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Alright. So, the plan here is that in order for us to get more Eyes of Death, we need at least 10, because there are 2 miracles we want to get from the Grave Lord Covenant. The first, we only need 1 Eye of Death for, which is really easy to get. Especially if you're already doing the run in the first place to get the Grave Lord Greatsword. The second, though, is going to require 10 Eyes of Death. And that's just a pain and a half to get. Ah. So Sigmire finally makes it down here. This is like the next stop in his side quest if you gotten this far. Okay. Okay. Didn't want to have to involve you.
Excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. I needed this.
Oh, here we go.
But I'm short on antidote moss for the trip back. By my knighthood, I'm ashamed to ask, but can you spare a few scraps of moss?
You need to give him 3 purple moss clumps.
Fantastic. Thank you. A saint you are. This Knight of Katarina expresses his deepest gratitude. I shall not forget this, please. Take this, a symbol of my appreciation.
And you get the Pierce Shield as a reward.
Seem entwined, don't they? Perhaps this, too, is the will of Lord Gwyn.
So, yeah. You need purple moss, not blooming purple moss. There's a very important difference there. Oh. A green Titanite shard. Genuinely did not know that was there. I don't even care if they're dropping shards right now. I don't have time for them. So going inside here gives you a plank shield, which is basically starting equipment for the deprived class, but this place by now should have taught you how to unlock hidden doors. So hey, do that, you get your real prize, a Twin Humanity. Isn't that fun? Doesn't that just spell accomplishment? Except there's more. Wait! No, you're an idiot. You know what? What did I do? The guy was a dick to people. Yeah, I have my own job. But I'm not saying anyone who doesn't figure this place out is an idiot. It's very easy to miss this place. I remember a few years ago, I was seeing this guy on Twitch play Dark Souls for the first time, and he was like... He was so close to getting to this location, but... he didn't make it. He found the Twin Humanity by himself, mind you, which is an accomplishment. But he couldn't find the actual hidden location. So, let's go to the coveted silver gold ring, and let's pop 9 humanity. Gives us max. Let's see. Sorry about that, I was just readjusting myself. And by readjusting myself, I mean readjusting my headset. I was distracted by the microphone being in my eyes. And I really have no idea how that got there. So, alright. Basilisk. No Eyes of Death. Basilisks have a low chance of dropping Eyes of Death, so you really want to have as much item discovery on you as possible when you're doing this method. And yeah, I'm deliberately taking some shortcuts here because this is where we actually need to go. think there's about two more down here. Yeah, Eye of Death. Alright. So I think we passed the, a ladder. There we go. So there's 2 down here, 3 at the overpass, and... Jesus Christ, 4-digit damage. Was that a counter hit? Well, that wasn't a counter hit. That was just pointless. Yeah, that was definitely a counter hit I did earlier. Alright, so that's that. We don't have many homeward bones, so hopefully we get everything we need in this run. Alright. It would help tremendously if I knew the location of the 3 free Eyes of Death in the Tomb of Giants, but I have never gone down there, you know, to find them, so... guesswork is all I've got there. There, Eye of Death. That's 7. That's 8. So that was 2 so far. Which means our luck is higher than I expected. Oh, wow. I forgot. Oh, yeah. No. Great Hollow is like Crystal Lizard Heaven. Basically, this place has tons. Not that many, but a large amount of Crystal Lizards all over the place. You just explore. In fact, if you know where to look, then early game, you can get some really great upgrade materials. Literally right from the start of the game. Yeah. Oh, that's 9. Great. That's great. Seriously, that's great. Wow. So close and yet so far. Yo, there it is. 10th Eye of Death. Yeah. 10 Eyes of Death. Great. Great, 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 great. Excellent. So now we just go join Nito. Shut up and get our wolf ring for poise. You know, since I have the souls for it right now, I'm also gonna buy Maiden Rhea's Miracles. Just buy her out, since I've conveniently got the souls for it right now. Snoozing on the job, Framp. You do you. It's cool. Just stay the way you are. Oh man. So yeah, that could take him forever potentially, even with all my luck boosting gear. But yeah, we did it. Let's go for joy. Jump for joy. We got everything. Okay, so perish. Alright, let's buy these. Oh, that's right. You can also get one divine blessing from her. You can also buy it from her. So I'm just gonna buy it. Heal. Great healing, sir. Homeward. Force. Great heal. Great miracle cast by advanced clerics. Restores a higher amount of HP than heal would. Great heal is a long tale, only learned by a select few. No caster will be disappointed by the bountiful life that yields. And yeah, no, you won't. 3 uses? That's basically 3 S's. Like, here's the thing about miracles. Typically, unlike sorceries, where for the most part they're all offense-oriented unless you get into the Waseal sorceries, which are more like support-oriented, miracles, for the most part, are basically you playing a white mage or a cleric type from Final Fantasy or Dungeons and Dragons. You heal others, others heal you back, stuff like that. You have other ways to heal yourself besides Estus Flask and Humanity. That's basically what that means. So if you want to play a paladin type who uses like self-healing in order to keep yourself pumped up in the game, miracles are good for you, especially if you're doing miracle strength. Though, honestly, I recommend doing miracle dex because miracles are also affected by the dexterity casting speed reduction. Alright, let's see. Wrath of the Gods. Primal form of force. Create powerful shockwave. Wrath of the Gods was an epic tale that tired over time and devolved into the modern force. The primal form of force emits a shockwave that also inflicts damage. Right, so the difference... Wrath of Gods, we never used force because we're not using a faith build, but Wrath of Gods is basically a force that is not only more powerful in terms of knocking things back, but it, you know, does damage. And it's a really powerful damaging miracle, too. Wow, there are still ringing bells. I am super happy about that. Now this is interesting. Miracle of Bishop Havel the Rock. Cover body in defensive magic coating. This coating greatly boosts magic defense, assisting warriors who must face the magic which Bishop Havel countered so proficiently. Basically, if you're playing a miracle build, and if you really want to support yourself, this is what you would go for, because it highly reduces damage you take from sorceries, even dark sorceries. So that's that. Let's talk to you now.
Prince and Nico were fooled by a lout named Patches and turned into hollows. My prayers did them no good. It is my ignorance, my frailty that has sealed their fate. Perhaps Petrus realized my weakness all along, and thus made the decision to abandon me. I can hardly blame him now.
So there's a possible motive for why Petrus would want to kill Maiden Rhea. He understood that she was not up to the task. He's still an evil son of a bitch, but there's a motive. He's not just doing it out of randomness. That's the thing about NPC side quests. Their personalities and their motives are taken into account for what they do. Dude, it tells a subtle story that way.
Vince and Nico, my it is bad, and thus I can.
Oh, another bell ringing. Wow.
Vince and Nico with my and I can.
Vince and Nico are complete non-entities. They always were. They're just muscle. This quest line centers completely around Petrus and Rhea.
Then be safe. Farewell, Varian Nox.
And, well, that's it for her. We bought all her miracles. Okay, so now what we have to do is make our way back down to the catacombs. And by make my way back down, I actually mean just going down from Firelink Shrine. So going back from here to Firelink was actually for the better. Just to prove that, we're gonna rest at the shrine again, get our Estus back. Just want to show you what happens when we attack him.
No, no.
You deal damage to him, but
Well and wide awake. treat me like an old withering snake.
He has a yawning animation that you can see, but... Now, these skeletons here will always respawn unless you kill them with a divine weapon. It doesn't, they don't need a necromancer to do that, because the point of those skeletons always respawning is for the game to let you know that this is not the area you're supposed to be going in right now. Especially if you're a newbie player. I mean, okay, I'm gonna admit that when I first played this Dark Souls, it was actually pretty much immediately after Demon's Souls. The very first Souls game in the franchise. And in my case, it was pretty interesting because it was like, okay. Yeah, that happened. Alright, now what direction should I be going in? Oh, that's right, this way. It's okay. Woo! You see what a lifesaver poise was? Without it, you might as well have no way of getting out of stun lock situations. Which is actually another reason why I like it. Though... yeah, poise... too much poise can make you fairly overpowered, especially against invaders. Which is why in the PvP meta, there's things such as poise breakpoints and which weapons are better at breaking poise than other weapons. That's the whole thing. Here we go. So, in order for this to work, you need at least one Eye of Death in your inventory, and we have 10. Patches. Gesture. There we go. Okay, good. I don't think there's a gesture trophy. At least, I don't recall there being a get all the gestures trophy for Dark Souls 1. It's not a big deal. As you can see here, by having Eye of Death in your inventory and laying in this coffin, the skeleton will know that you are friendly and you don't mean any harm to the Lord of the Dead. Oh yeah, the Lord of the Dead. Too many giants. Yo. We're going further. Let's look at this. Paladin armor. Armor of Leroy, Paladin of the Catacombs. Long ago, the Way of White produced its first undead, a paladin in golden armor. With the legendary treasures Grant and Sanctus, Leroy set out for Lordran, land of the gods, in the first undead mission of the Way of White. Now, considering his armor set is here, like with Black Iron Tarkus before him, it indicates that Paladin Leroy was able to make it all the way down to the Dark Lord. Which, yeah, great for him. No wonder we're invaded by him outside the boss walk room. And Grant here, a legendary weapon of the Way of White, granted to an undead paladin long ago. This massive iron can only be lifted by those with inhuman strength, but is blessed and very effective against Agents of Dark. So, what that means is, Grant here has... see that white circle down there with the 130 modifier on it? Yeah, that basically means that this is a divine weapon. And that parameter there is to indicate that you can use this weapon instead of a blacksmith ascended divine weapon in order to permanently kill reviving skeletons. And yeah, they weren't kidding about how much strength you need to use this thing. 50 strength to one-hand grant. And that's on top of the fact that you need at least 30 faith in order for the weapon to work. Like, that's just an absurd cost for a weapon that's, I don't even think, that good. Well, look at this. Look at this. Look at this slab of iron. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but you can't possibly ever use this. Insufficient stats, you can't see any of its moveset. There is where Nito sleeps. The Lord of the Dead is the Lord of the Gravelord Covenant. Yeah. And now we've joined. Miracle, Gravelord Sword Dance, and the Gravelord Sword. Death. Alright, let's offer 10 Eyes of Death. And we have the Gravelord Greatsword Dance. So let's check them out. Gravelord Sword. And yeah, you can get this weapon at the beginning of the game if you know what you're doing. Remember when we were seeing people with this weapon as summon signs? You probably don't remember at that point, but we were seeing people with this weapon back at the gargoyles, of all things. The gargoyles. Sword wielded only by servants of Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead, crafted from the bones of the fallen. It's a curved greatsword like the Murakumo is. So that's the same. We'll never get to see a curved greatsword moveset because they require much higher strength than I'm willing to invest. But I just want to let you know. The miasma of death exudes from the sword, a veritable toxin in a living being. Yeah. Now down there, at the auxiliary effects screen, the purple raindrop there has 333 points. What that will allow you to do is, with the two-handed R2 attack, you'll be able to inflict the toxic status on anything you hit with the two-handed R2. You have to build the toxic meter with successive two-handed R2 attacks, but it's possible to poison someone with it. Alright, so let's get back to... yeah. So we're out here. And, no, there's no bonfire here. So if you want to get back to the Gravelord Covenant in order to turn in more Eyes of Death, you're gonna have to take this method back and forth each and every time. The funny thing about getting Eyes of Death is that Patches actually would have sold 3 of them himself after you killed Gravelord Nito. So basically, if you're thinking about using Patches to hasten the pace of getting into the Covenant, then you're out of luck until the next playthrough. But the game pulls no punches there. The game pulls no punches with you there. Now, speaking of which, I think it's about time I actually tell you guys what the point of increasing your Covenant level is. obscenely, going from Covenant level 0 to Covenant level 1 will give you basically everything the Covenant has to offer in terms of rewards. Basically everything. So yeah, Gravelord Sword Dance and Gravelord Great Sword Dance. Miracle known only by the servants of the first dead, Gravelord Nito. Giant Gravelord servants jut out. Giant Gravelord swords jut out in the vicinity. Oh, since we're in the Gravelord Servant Covenant, I think I can just show you what they do. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. I guess I won't be able to do that. Crap. Well, that was a waste of time. But, I guess I can show you guys later. Maybe. Right now, I don't want to lose my dark magic here, because it's going to be like our heavy hitting thing. So basically, in the Gravelord Servant Covenant, going past Gravelord Servant 1 requires turning in about 30 total Eyes of Death. That's how all Covenant rewards work. There's Covenant rewards for turning in 10 items, then for turning in 30 items. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay. Woo. Yeah, those dogs mean a lot of business. A lot of business. Oh, hey. A second vagrant. Woo! Holy crap. Getting on screen. Look at that. A second vagrant. I think that's actually the second kind, too. Yeah, it's actually the second kind. Wow. I thought I was lucky when I saw one vagrant this playthrough. Never thought I'd get two. That's nuts, dude. I'm super happy at that. I wonder if it spawned because I died with all that, all those souls. Cherish the thought. You're in a danger zone. Alright. So now we go down here in order to... Yep, bone towers. Bit of a pest, they will block your way. In general, as far as the quality of the Tomb of the Giants goes, the catacombs were more interesting. Woo! Oh my god. That's what I get. That is literally what I get. Alright. Oh, you know what? I want you to look at down there. Down there is basically the only area we have left to go in after we complete the Tomb of the Giants. And then after we do... Like, that's Lost Ezelith. Just to let you know right there. And it's really cool that you can see it from down here. The actual challenge of the Tomb of the Giants might rely entirely on a gimmick. But I'll always appreciate the fact that oh, okay. Thank you for that. Oh my god. Oop. Alright, alright. Alright. Yeah. Okay. But you know what? The weird part about having to go down and deal with Nito is always going to be the fact that we have to go out of our way to try and fight our way back to him. If you know the path, it's really easy to get back to Nito, no matter how long it takes you, but it's still kind of weird and annoying, right? Oh! So, that's actually the tree we were just in order to farm these, the Eyes of Death. That giant tree. As you see down there, there's water underneath the mist in the fog. I want you to keep that in mind, because we will be going down there eventually. Two in there too. But yeah, just as you saw earlier, we can farm bone towers for white titanite chunk. If we were so inclined. I'm pretty sure it's too big to go through here, so this is safe. These are regenerating pinwheel skeletons. They deal just as much damage as the boss version did. White titanite chunk. Just as much damage. And these skeleton babies will offer you humanity if you decide to kill them for it. Like, yeah, I think this is the only way to get the other two masks if you didn't get them before, or if you killed Petrus for them. White titanite slab, the grand prize this area. Skeleton babies will do harmless amounts of damage to you, but they are still annoying, and combined with the fact that the pinwheels will be firing all directions on you, they are a little hectic. Soul of a hero. Now for this boss fight, we want the Divine Yaito. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, you can still fight this boss while you're a part of his covenant, and you will be able to remain in his covenant after you kill him. But, if you leave the covenant, obviously you can't switch back. Come on. Alright. Now that we've got that out of the way. That's Soul Spear. That's all she wrote. Defeat Grave Lord Nito. Humanity. Hoo-hoo! So, the reason I rushed... The reason I had to rush in order to put on the Symbol of Avarice and the Silver Serpent Tail Ring is because the Covetous Silver Serpent Ring will also boost how many souls you get from killing enemies. Oh, that's just sad. That's a glitch. I can't pick that item up anymore. Oh, now's a good time to show you what Sanctus does. Sanctus. A legendary weapon of the Way of White. Once blessed with the protection of a white flame, but its power has all but faded, so that it provides only slight HP recovery. Now, just by wearing Sanctus, you can see our HP going up by 2 points every 2 seconds. It's minuscule, but you can tell on the overhead screen. And yeah, back here are 3 giant skeletons to go along with the... No, just 2 giant skeletons to go along with the 3 smaller skeletons that Nito will bring for his boss fight. So the gist of the challenge here is, again, the fact that Nito is basically a gigantic necromancer. So as long as you don't use the divine weapon, these skeletons will keep coming back again and again. In addition to that, Nito himself moves really slowly, so he uses his faster mooks to provide pressure. We didn't get to see his old moveset because I melted his HP like it was nothing, but... the gist of it is, he has a couple of overhead swings and an AoE attack that he can use when you get too close to him that will deal massive damage to all his skeleton buddies, which is actually a tactic you can use against him to make sure that the skeletons are dead so you'd have less competition to deal with. Load up Vit. Alright, Reinforced weapon, Dark Silver Tracer, sure. And that's about it. I'll go to the Undead Parish. I can show you that when you upgrade certain unique weapons with Twinkling Titanite, you don't actually need to go to a blacksmith to ascend it any further. Those weapons can only upgrade with Twinkling Titanite.
Well, you need it. Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, you don't see the Dark Silver Tracer up here because you can't do anything with it.
I'll be seeing you.
And the reason we want to use the Dark Silver Tracer is because high dexterity scaling, but more importantly, that massive critical damage modifier. And the reason we want to do that is because it makes farming in Anor Londo Come here, princess. So we're gonna have to go back to the bonfire before the boss fight in Anor Londo. I think we'll be fine here if we just drop down. Yeah, that's good. Gonna take off that first. Because there's a Silver Knight up here we can test this on. Dark Silver Tracer. Okay. Okay. Take this, make this one-on-one. Come on. $966 damage. Now look at that. Now, in case you couldn't recall, the Dark Silver Tracer, the critical damage modifier it gives off will basically massively increase the damage you perform after a backstab or riposte. And obviously, a riposte will give you even more damage. Which is actually why weapons like the Dark Silver Tracer have low base damage, even from weapon scaling. It's to balance out the high critical damage you'll be able to do. Demon Titanite. Yeah, I always meant to deal with this guy, but not when I didn't have a lot of... They can hear you for miles. Now, in case you couldn't remember... What? That's interesting. 1200? Okay, well, in case you couldn't remember... alright. Okay. $754. 1200. Interesting. So basically, the thing I was trying to get at is that the thing I was trying to get at is that the Dark Silver Tracer is actually really great for overkilling an enemy of this type. 966. That is absolutely bizarre. I thought I'd gotten an overkill on the first one. Okay. Well, here's what an overkill is. Basically, if, and only if, you have enough... if you deal more damage than 50% of what the... If you deal more than, let's see, overkill damage. If you deal more than 50%, okay, that's it. Players who overkill an enemy will gain a bonus of 20% to souls. Overkill is signified by a somewhat larger soul absorption animation and sharper special effects. What you have to do is deal more than 150% the target's maximum HP in one attack. So this, for example, 1256. Oh no, wait, I was doing an overkill. Yeah, no, I was doing an overkill. I was just really confused by that one Silver Knight that we saw later. Yeah, no, if you kill them normally, they gain only 1,000, they don't give you 1,000 souls, but an overkill gives you 20% bonus souls from the enemy you slay, so all these Silver Knights will now give you 1,200 souls. That's great stuff. Next, you combine that with the Silver Serpent Ring to boost your soul absorption by another 20%. And that goes up to 1440. And just to make this crystal clear, oh, with crystal weapons we still get overkill, so that's not exactly what I was trying to show off. Okay, there. That wasn't an overkill, but we still had the Cavetia's Silver Serpent Ring on. So basically, if you overkill an enemy and you have the Cavetia's Silver Serpent Ring on, you get about 40%, not literally 40% souls, because these will stack multiplicatively and not, like, additively. So it's more like you get 44% bonus souls instead of, say, so basically, yeah, it always goes up multiplicatively. It's 20% added after the weapon, and then the soul gains you get from that are added from another 20%. Okay, here, the math goes like this. 100 times 20% of something, or 0.2, is another 20%, so you get 200. But what you take from there is to take the given value you're given and then multiply it by another 20%, which is going to give you not another 200%, but 240%, 40 points more souls, which is why your total score after that is not 1,400 souls, but 1,440 souls. So, to complete this math chain, let's add the symbol of avarice. This forces us into medium run and medium roll, but it's worth it. Okay. Come on. With the symbol of avarice equipped, the value goes up even higher. And now instead of 1,000 souls, we get a multiplier of 173% soul gain, which will give us a grand total of 173 plus 8 souls. So the parry dagger, I'll show you how the parry dagger works now that we've got this. Yeah, look at that. Oh no, it's 1,728 souls every time we do this, not 1,738 souls. And yeah, I'm not going to take off our fat ring just to, you know, increase our running speed. There's no point. This is for using it. This dagger is useful after parrying and is normally equipped in the left hand. A favorite for the Knights of Karim, who are famous for fighting without a shield. Yeah, here's the thing. The point of a parry dagger is to give you a higher window of opportunity to perform a parry and riposte maneuver. Basically, medium shields have lower parrying frames than the parrying dagger, while the parrying dagger has more parry frames. What that's supposed to mean is that you have a higher chance to perform a parry with a parrying dagger than you do with a parry with a medium shield, or even a target shield, because you'll always have much greater room for error. Always. As you can see here, this is actually really profitable due to how many Silver Knights are all over the place. Like, really profitable. In fact, the weird thing is the fact that there's that one Silver Knight that gives way more souls than these Silver Knights do, but... But it all adds up surprisingly fast if you want to farm for souls in Air Orlando. There's about 12 Silver Knights, so in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you can parry riposte them all and get about exactly that many souls. See how many need to level up just once? That's absurd. But I've wasted enough time. I hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration of the Dark Silver Tracer and the Parry Dagger combo, as well as this farming route for souls. And I hope you guys enjoyed our little adventure into the Tomb of the Giants. We killed Gravelord Nito. Now there's only one great soul remaining, and we'll have to deal with that in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. I think I'm gonna actually stop doing the leave a like and subscribe message because some Call Me Johnny has a good point. I don't need to tell you guys to like and subscribe my video. I really don't need to do that anymore. I'm comfortable enough in the fact that you're just going to like and subscribe on your own if you really liked what I'm doing. I need a better way to end my videos off anyway, so I'm just going to tell you thanks for watching, praise the sun, and have a good day.